Yours truly, Adrian H. We're gonna go on a little march north on Westminster, just about an hour and a half, maybe 2.5. It is currently 8:08 p.m. in the EST in Hawk Island, Montreal. Wearing steel-toe shoes, not boots. I just got myself some chips on a special rebate reduction. Special rebate, special reduction for movie night. Gonna be marching north for world peace, international justice, securing and ensuring global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. A little bit of a poetic rant. And that is the moon getting full, fools. That is the moon getting full, fools. That is the moon getting full, fools. Usually go towards sunset here. Red sky, now it is way past sunset. I'm gonna be gloving up. All my gloves at. It is cold, not that cold. A bit windy. I want to check the budget. And I said, well, I can afford 99-cent chips. So I'm grateful, thankful. I got a bar of chocolate on special half price. For dinner, half price reduced. Breaded hamburgers without the buns. It's gonna be simple. Without the buns. So marching north now. Yours truly, as of the 31st of this January 31st, I'm triple vaccinated. Encourage everybody to get vaccinated, to get tested, and to increase in hygiene when going out in public. As I'm marching in public north now, this beautiful full moon, and these steel toe boots. For world peace, international justice, securing and ensuring global freedom, and attaining harmony between civilization and nature. I am grateful. I am thankful. I'm going to be extending my gratitude, thankfulness month in this month of February as well. December was my thankful gratitude month. January was my thankful gratitude month, and it's gonna be third month in a row this February, as I've declared February to be red month, declaring it, calling all willingly loving to make February red of revolution, revolution of love. LOV, love is action, not just blah blah blah, because I can say blah blah blah, la la la, blah blah blah, tra la 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 la. It can only be halfway. A love song, as I'm writing, and I wrote a few love songs myself. I understand that LOV sometimes, for my own nature, of course, it requires action. And as I'm grateful, thankful that on this month of February, my rent is paid. I admit I'm financially struggling in the worst crisis, financial matter, life, economic, financial, commercial crises, but I am grateful. Thankful and grateful that my rent is paid for February. My underground room office in Temple, in Hawk Island, Montreal, my rent's paid. Still in the process. My 40-day revolution rite for world peace New World Order of World Peace, International Justice, securing and ensuring global freedom, and attaining harmony with civilization and nature. I'm still in the process of purifying, cleaning and reordering my room, office and temple. It's going to end on the 12th to 13th of February, the 40-day rite going in parallel with this February, making it a red month. Red of revolution and action, calling on all willingly loving to support my trinity of theories: citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and of course death refusion theory. Freedom is a double-edged sword, brothers and sisters, and I admit I am flawed, I'm not perfect, far from it. Like the leaders of the free world, bureaucrats who stagnated since 1984 in the free world, unless it is statistics, technical jargon, or other such instructional, mathematical, more arithmetic or equations or quotes from somebody else. You will not see me reading from a piece of paper. For many years I've labored as an independent artist, athlete, an activist, AAA, artist, athlete, activist, in whatever order that AAA, activist, athlete, artist, athletes, fourth dimension to that AAA Trinity Universal Spiritual Teaching student, because do not know it all. And as much as a philosopher can be, I still have many questions which are unanswered. Many of this mystery of being and life best left to a mystery thereof. What I do know is that we need change, and sometimes change can be painful, as it has been for me. Not just as a rainbow dragon, yours truly member of the LGBTQ community, but of course for many. And I've struggled, suffered, been through depression, loneliness, precarious employment, frustrations with organizations, too much theory, too much blah 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 blah, philosophy, red tape, red tape, red tape. And not in the good way, red tape, because when I say red tape, we could turn it into a love song. Put you on a red tape. Make it a rock or a rap love and lust song. They can go together. I'm not perfect, far from it. Got vices, got issues, got lusts, got cravings, but I am for the greater good. And I am a universal revolutionary centrist, believing that for the 21st century, my theories, which have been written in the past more than 7 years, or in 9 years, part of them, of course, that I've written over the many years while I made my second home. Library of the City of Montreal, the libraries of the City of Montreal, my second home, and the many of tens of thousands of books, my friends. And in the process, 7 years ago on Halloween, marked 7 years on this Halloween when I came out of the closet, as the expression goes, as being androgynous pansexual. Of course, androgynous and pansexual. Androgynous pansexual, founder of the dancing goddess in the Dragan kingdom, part of the LGBTQ community. Sexual liberation has not been easy or without blood, sweat and tears for me personally, nor has it been for Canadians, North Americans, Western civilization, or humanity, of course, as my rainbow nation spreads across nations, east, west, north, south, where the rainbow flag And a rainbow flag has not been without blood, sweat, and tears for me, or for Canadians, North Americans, sexual liberation, I mean, or admitting certain things of our psychological natures and dimensions. Brothers and sisters, in certain situations, yours truly, Dragan, now both public and private, I could have stayed home, stayed in bed, and could have just been private citizen, but now I stepped into public. I went to the bank, I washed my hands, disinfected with soap, when came out, and did the same when I went shopping. As for wearing a mask, sometimes when I frown, I'm not too pretty to look at. Got too much rock and rap lyrics, sometimes flowing, so I'm not pretty. Perhaps this underground rapper would scare the rappers. Rappers, y'all trying to scare the kids, man. Rappers, is that what y'all trying to do? Scare my children. Rappers, is that what y'all trying to do, man? Trying to scare the kids now. Hey. So wearing a mask in public, in certain aspects for me, it's not a problem. I do say we wear masks anyways, right? Things we don't admit, right? And things we don't admit, we're ashamed, embarrassed, whether psychological fears, hidden lusts, hidden prejudices, or be racism or XYZ, whatever the case may be. Is our
What are you doing?
What's up, love?
You're recording everybody. Sorry, are you recording everybody?
Nah, man, just say, do your thing, bro.
I thought you were recording everybody. Yeah? What's up? Look at my friend. I wonder, what is he doing? Oh, you're on a call with somebody, right?
I'm just giving a talk, a speech.
Oh, a speech. Okay.
Yeah, I was just discussing some philosophy, some things like that.
What profession do you do?
I'm an artist.
Oh,
Artist, athlete, activist, stuff like that.
Okay.
Stuff like that. You?
Yeah, I used to be in banking, but I'm a professional, a certified Scrum Master. Do you know Scrum Master?
I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, Scrum Master.
It's being recorded now. You're going to be online. Are you cool with that? Are you okay with that?
No, I'm not okay with that.
Okay, because I'm going to put this on YouTube just to let you know.
No, don't do that.
No, okay.
No, I like my privacy.
He likes his privacy.
Yeah,
He likes his privacy.
I like my privacy.
No problem, brother.
Nice one, bro. Cheers.
Love you,
yeah,
man.
I love you, bro.
It's better sometimes be private, eh? Yeah, man. So things like that we have, you know what I'm saying? That we have as a that we don't admit. See, all right. Black History Month now. I was a beautiful black brother from another mother, you know. And I am triple vaccinated now. Fourth dimension. Give me some loving, and I had to ask. I said I'm gonna ask. He likes his privacy, so this is gonna be on YouTube. You don't mind? I put part of my private, things. Perhaps best to keep it that way, cause keep it short and sweet. Cause who knows? Maybe I would have asked him on a date. He would have said, "What do you mean?" "Oh no, I'm straight." He would have said, "Whatever, I'm straight into women." I would have said, "Well, it's okay. If I would have had a sister, I would have don't mind you dating her, or whatever, or whatever. Come, whatever." Anyways, busted a little dance move. That was nice. So maybe he wanted to dance a little bit. Don't mind. So love is action. It's not simple to overcome and we have subconscious biases. It's not easy. Subconscious biases, our experiences, cultural experiences, the language, right? And sometimes it's perhaps best, like the gentleman, my brother, from another mother. And it's not easy to admit that we're dealing. And if somebody's dealing with anti-LGBTQ sentiment, anti-Semitism, anti-black racism, right? It's how do we deal with these people, right? What do we do? There's hidden fears, hidden lusts, right, that we have. Hidden fears, hidden lusts, XYZs, right? Sometimes it requires courage and humor, a little bit of humor, a little bit of courage, and a little bit of humor. But this stranger perhaps met him in a past life. We had a different relationship, as I, of course, as a universal spiritual teaching student, do believe in past lives and reincarnations. Perhaps met him a few times in many a past life from ancient Egypt, as I was a farmer by the Nile many a times in many past lives, feeding the priestesses of the goddess Isis. No, do not ask me, do not know how the pyramids were built. Don't have all the questions. But this do know. With all the imperfections and the flaws and the struggles that I endured and the depression, the suicide, been suicidal. Partly because I wasn't out in the open, and even a bit after I was out in the open, I still struggled and suffered with it. But it's not easy. And we don't admit, like somebody said to me online, you need to shrink. And I said, to be honest, I got my own independent psychological theories, and I know my character, dimension, dispositions, my flaws, my vices, my own self-deceptions. Alright? My own self-deceptions. And character flaws, so-called, weaknesses, or if we let them grow crooked, sometimes they will grow crooked in the dark, Said I don't need to shrink. What I do need is a good fucking massage. A good fucking massage. A good fucking massage. Cannot afford one right now. I'm looking for volunteers because I'm triple vaccinated. Cannot afford one right now, but I'm open for business to give and receive learn massage therapy during COVID. Right? And I don't have all the answers. I do know that many of my theories, especially the Trinity of theories, citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and detrofusion theory, that Trinity of theories, detrofusion theory, citizen integration theory, and democratic fusion theory. And that stranger, I don't know, is he vaccinated? I don't know. Is he not? Is he part of the LGBTQ community? I didn't ask, I don't know, maybe. To assume XYZ, where was he born? Does he speak French? XYZ, what's his native language? I don't know. But I do know that he also Don't know to what degree as I do, but he also needs some love and is willing to give love because I said I love you and he said I love you back. And sometimes love, it's not just spiritual. It has to manifest in physical. You know? And when he said he doesn't want to be on YouTube, he likes his camera, his privacy, he likes his privacy, he likes his privacy. I turned because he has the right as a private citizen, he has the right as a private citizen. As a private citizen who is in the public, and see my privacy and what I do in the public and the private intersected with his, this fellow stranger citizen intersected with his privacy. And we met in the public sphere, right? With all the requirements, 2 meter distance, whatever is required. But if you're triple vaccinated, open for business. But me personally, I don't want to myself personally myself do not want to go back to any pre-COVID social, economic, psychological, physical, spiritual status quo. I don't want to go back to anything pre-COVID. Said if we are going to make a big leap forward, as I'm marching this February, making February red, this big leap forward. And I believe that big leap forward as humanity, part of it is incorporating my theories. Citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory. Right? That trinity of theories. Part of the answers, part of the solution for a new world order of world peace, international justice, and secured and ensured global freedom. As I'm marching now, I'm no longer in the direction heading north. I've switched and I'm heading in the direction east. Heading east now, and I'm gonna be crossing the street here, and I'm gonna be keep on going a little bit east again to the back of the. It's Tuesday night, February 8th. It is milder than usual. It is by about 7 degrees, if not 10 degrees more than it's supposed to be in this hot kind of Montreal. And yours truly going on a march. No, an hour and a half, 2 hours. Maybe we even gonna clock it to 3 hours on this march in Rant. A trinity. Part of my ongoing 40-day Rite purification, reordering of my room, office, and temple. And making February red and inviting the leaders of the free world to come meet yours truly, DraganZ, for the DraganZ World Peace Summit at the corner of Sherbrooke and University and Sherbrooke in March. Leaders of the free world with yours truly. March in steel toe boots from the morning clockwise, 3.5 hours in steel toe boots clockwise, and 3.5 hours counterclockwise. So we'll start at the corner of Sherbrooke and University. We're gonna go clockwise or counterclockwise. We can do if we start clockwise, we finish counterclockwise, and vice versa. Corner of Sherbrooke and University. DraganZ, leaders of the free world. World Peace Summit. Gonna march 3.5 hours clockwise and 3.5 hours counterclockwise. After 3.5 hours, we're gonna have lunch, and then 30 minutes, 45, even an hour lunch, and then to do another 3.5 hours in steel toe boots. Steel toe boots have lost their bottom part. Left steel toe boot has lost its left its left foot, part of the bottom, so it's kind of damaged. Now I'm wearing steel toe shoes, your work shoes, but they're steel toes. Yeah. I am calling on the powers that be, economic, financial elites, multi-millionaire athletes in the NHL, NFL, NBA, MLB, making a package with the corporations and make it the Love Monday 14th. I give it half price, 75% off, even some of the chocolates for free. A lot of it, whether it's chocolates and candies and sweets from St. Valentine's to Halloween to Christmas, 10%, 15, 20, in some cases even a quarter and a third end up because of the policy of the corporations, ends up being discarded in the trash. And although a day or two after the holidays it's put 20% off, half price, 75% off, and just the day after it doesn't sell, and after a week preparing for the other holiday, clean the shelves, a lot of it is put on the trash, the garbage. It's a policy which unfortunately hasn't changed since many years. It has still remained the same. It's a policy that wanted to see change. Change, sometimes it's painful. Transition takes years to heal from some wounds, to accept new social, spiritual, technological truths or new discoveries. My dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom is the social, political, spiritual, psychological, artistic, and sexual, and emotional counter balance and complementary to the scientific innovation and technology sphere, who since 1984 has exploded, as we're on the verge of these new paradigms. My dancing goddess in the Dragan kingdom is the social, political, financial, spiritual, sexual, complementary to what the big tech corporations such as Google, Microsoft, Facebook are to the Intel, Apple are to the and have been to the world. That's why I'm calling all willingly loving to support the mission, vision, and philosophy thereof, creating the International Citizen Integrated Social Security Service Force, aka the Dragan Army. Look at these lights. Look at these beautiful, beautiful lights. I gotta be grateful. I'm gonna say a gratitude and a thankfulness. See all those lights there. See? Look at these lights. Clean, renewable, zero emission lights. Zero emission lights. See? All these lights. Including my electricity that I'm using now for this laptop to do this video, and the phone charged by that same electricity also, and all these lights, whether in the public sphere, these lights right here that you see all around, and the lights in the private domains. And now I'm both a private and a public citizen, marching east for these lights and all the lights and all the electricity. Is renewable, clean, zero emission energy. See? All of these lights. 61 dams have been built across this belle province, this Quebec. '61, which, to my citizen integration theory, put into practice, and the creation of the Dragan Security and Service Army, we could have visit by citizens, because I'm curious, and I've been doing a lot of meditations during COVID about civilization and nature. And of course I've worked out, trained and exercised and marched. Lots. So these dams here were built since 1963, well actually in before, but the current Hydro-Quebec in its current legal financial bureaucratic structure set up since 1963, but it dates back to the 20s in origins and inceptions, 20s and 30s. But the legal, bureaucratic, financial, public, corporate structure, as we know it, modern times of Hydro-Quebec, is since 1963. A year of great changes, sociological, political, financial, with close, of course, to Cold War, so also with big changes, just like 1989, but with also great potential problems. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I salute the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions who since 1963 have labored, brains and muscle, to build all those 61 dams, to have clean, renewable, zero pollution energy that we use here. See, these lights do not emit, there's no pollution, no CO2 emission. It's all by water. The veins of the goddesses, these trees are the hair on the goddess's body. See, that tree is 3 times bigger than my size. You don't have to accept my spiritual, philosophical mysticism. You can accept or agree with my theories, which are of a secular, political and scientific dimension, because my spiritual beliefs about the divinity and sanctity of nature, of the sun, the planets, the mankind, even of an orgasm or a kiss or a lick or a blowjob. But I believe that those things are also sacred and divine, and like I said, and I will say it again, I like to say that I owe nobody nothing, but in truth, of course, I am dependent on forces and on powers and on, for example, this electricity, who since 1963, 61 dams built by brains and muscles of hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, even millions, who labored. But in a spiritual sense, in other sense, I did say, I will say, and I am going to say that I do not owe Jesus, the rabbi from Nazareth, nothing. I do not owe Muhammad, the prophet of Islam, nothing. And I do not owe Moses, another prophet, whom I met in a past life. He once drank some wine and some beer and ate some of the food which I harvested, and all food is made, produced, and created by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. As I say in my spiritual, mystic, philosophical motto of the dancing goddess army, complementary to the Dragan army. Now, you don't have to believe that, but it's a scientific fact that the fertile black earth with the water produces the green by the light and life and light and life and heat of the sun. Well, now the sun, somewhere in the world, the sun is rising. Somewhere in the world now. And the sun is setting somewhere in the world now. At this same moment in time. So whether you believe the more spiritual sense how I utter it, the goddess representing, of course, planet Mother Earth, Mother Nature, I say the goddess that dances with her brother the sun, who now rises and now sets, or just in a secular, philosophical, scientific manner. Scientific, of course, manner about the earth producing goods by that dance, making fruits, vegetables, legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, upgrade, or maintain civilization. Make, upgrade, build, maintain or upgrade civilization. And I've said in the past videos that I am fucking useless, but because I don't have any experience farming, in reality I do have some experience farming. Some experience farming. Urban farming, to be exact, more precise. So I have some experience in the urban farming, so at a micro level, small lots of land which have worked, cut the weeds, sowed, plow, and did all the farming that is done in the big farms, but on a smaller scale. Urban farming, and by extension urban would mean smaller farming. Smaller. Smaller. Plots of land. So do have some experience farming. So after I've given the grateful for this month of February and the thankful and the meditation and appreciation for sometimes these things we take for granted, such as this electricity here. Zero polluting. And the electricity that I'm using for my phone and to make this recording and to upload it on my raw, real, revolutionary YouTube hardcore channel. My videos sometimes they have a theme, but they are all, and I take great satisfaction and pride and originality and great sentiment in that fact. And in parallel to that fact, I have not yours truly, Adrian H. Dragonborn, who died during COVID, being reborn Adrian Hana Dragan. This is a fact about me. Online. So you put online, you go on from the private to the public and vice versa, right? Some things are just private, emails and others, and whatever you decide to put on the public. Well, I lost. I have vices. I get moody, I get triggered, I get upset. CSIS. NSO, Boutros. CIA. I ain't got nothing on me, man. And do a little bit of rock and rap, some poetry, and reveal a little bit. So doing the meditation overlaps from a spiritual meditation to a sociological meditation, psychological meditation, and civilizational meditation, like all these lights here, being due to those 61 dams built by brains and muscles of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions who have worked for Hydro-Quebec. So I thank them workers now. I thank the farmers who harvest the fruits of the goddess, who dance with the brother's son, and for this chocolate I bought half price, which of course was due to cocoa, with sugar mixed together, the ingredients were created by the dance of the goddess who the brother son as the wheat in the chips. And in the breaded hamburgers. And thank you, truckers. Now, I encourage everybody to get vaccinated, get tested. I am triple vaccinated, thus I'm open for business. On the question of mandates, I will say that due to this unprecedented times, the mandates, of course, first and foremost, are a matter of ethical, democratic, and moral question of civil liberties and freedom thereof. And we have, of course, the Freedom Convoy, which for 11 days today has protested in Ottawa. People frame it differently. Now on the mandates, I do encourage everybody to get vaccinated, get tested, and brothers and sisters, increase in hygiene when you step outside and at home. I can do better in my underground room, office, and temple. I get dust every day. I clean the floors. I could always improve in hygiene, both in my private life, both in my private life, and in my public life. Now I'm both public and private citizen as I'm marching for world peace here in Hakata, Montreal, passing through several neighborhoods, now in a middle upper class neighborhood here. Not upper class, but middle to middle upper. Even slightly some houses more upper class here in Hampstead. As I passed, of course, as you see, from one neighborhood to another neighborhood of different economic, financial, social strata. One thing that they do have in common, I've passed, I think, 3 neighborhoods, different economic, financial, commercial status, not necessarily merit or talent or karma. But one thing they have this in common, as you see there, I was earlier, big residential buildings, more lower class, according to economic, financial, commercial status, not necessarily by talent, merit, or karma, right? Now, a middle upper class have in common is using this clean, renewable, zero pollution, zero emission free energy here. Common denominator. And we have common denominators in certain situations, like this energy, electricity. Another one being food. We all gotta eat, man. What are you watching now? Some NBA, National Basketball Association players. Some of them making 7 million, 13 million, 20 even. NBA is the highest paid of the 4 patriarchal. I will say patriarchal. Look at the eye of the God is the moon. Because there's, let's face it, not even one. Not even one women's sports leagues who makes even close in percentage, not even close by far to what the 4 patriarchal sports leagues of the NFL, National Football League, NBA, National Basketball Association, NHL, National Hockey League, MLB, Major League Baseball make economically, financially, and commercially. That's why I counterbalance the dancing goddess Army, AK International Integrated Dance League. Will make counterbalance that. It will be integrated, all gender, all sexual orientations, all ages inclusive. So and although living the worst financial crisis of my adult life, I'm in debt about $10,000 to the RBC, already in the red. But my rent is paid. Half of my phone bill is paid. But my electricity bill is paid in full. So that trinity, rent in full, electricity paid in full, my bill for February. And half of my phone bill. Only half. On my phone bill. Half of my phone bill is paid. I'm grateful, thankful. And got food. So back to the freedom convoy. Of course, myself, I'm neither on the right nor on the left. I'm a universal revolutionary centrist, meaning that my centrism has some revolutionary kind of new revolutionary philosophies, ideas, theories and proposals, such of course as the citizen integration theory, death refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory. That trinity of theories is part of my universal revolutionary centrism, which espouses and my philosophy that in the 21st century, to move forward, to break from old systems, nationalist systems, overly financialized capitalist systems, we must reach that balance, equilibrium, and harmony of the diversity of our cultures and ideologies. And I don't have all the answers, but I believe firmly that part of it, breaking this impasse, is in the adoption of the aforementioned theories: citizen integration theory, democratic fusion theory, and death refusion theory, and the creation thereof with the application of these theories of the dancing goddess and the dragon armies. Officially, Dragan Security and Service Army is called International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Army Force. International Integrated Dance League. Complementary to break the impasse in the 21st century. And I got vices. I recognize my shortcomings, temperament, moody, lusts, mistakes. In a parallel life, science, innovation, and technology is my chosen path. I'm connecting with that parallel life in the coming days. In that parallel life, supercomputers, satellites, ICBM rockets, and micro gadgets and software is my universe. In this one, philosophy, poetry, dance, art, the irrational, emotional aspects of life, psychological, sexual, physical, with my workouts and trainings. As I've created the general integrated total body training system, of course, created Dragon Army workout, just created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in an eerie, providential, paradoxical parallel life resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. I'm going to come back, Dragon digression, to my scenario which I've created in 2019 that was made to go hand in hand with my workout, because it's a major part of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom and the dragon army. De facto training exercise is the general war integrated total body training system. And I will come back to Freedom Convoy. Now, just gonna take my gloves off. Because my hands are getting warm. Gloves off. Gloves are off. And since the gloves are off, Freedom Convoy. And I've said before the Freedom Convoy began that Justin Trudeau, the leaders of the free world, and politicians got to join the Dragan army and go give the. And since the Dragan security and service army will be of security and service integrated with all existing public and private security and security services, armies and police joint, citizen integrated as well across all sectors. I did say it. Of course, that Justin Trudeau, along with the representatives, members of the House of Commons and senators, Canada, US, and beyond NATO member countries, need to give those truckers a good massage, foot wash, and kisses, and the farmers a good massage, a good washing of the hands, kissing on feet, and I'll do it with you. They encourage all to get vaccinated, get tested. I'm triple vaccinated now, open for business. I believe that I had COVID back at before mass testing was available. Back at the end of January 2020 until about February 20th, 2020. It was very sickle and disease. It was like death, pestilence, and disease. In many ways, I died during COVID. Personally, there's nothing that I want to go back to pre-COVID. I'm only going to break the impasse and move forward. Experience things I never experienced, and especially get a good massage. Tom Brady, Super Dragon Ball, make this Super Dragon Ball, give Brady to give me a massage, and I'll rate it with numbers and noises. I'll make noises and numbers. I'll give 1/3 to my sister, who's a great artist, to finance her art. Of that 7 million, 1/3 for LGBTQ community services, such as food security, whatnot, and 1/3 for me to jumpstart the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom. We'll do a little bit of dancing, throw some extra with it there. I'm not gonna leave it on the side, I'm gonna put it right in. Have some garbage, put it in. Farmers, truckers love you, as a matter of fact. Grocery store clerks, those making pizzas, delivering food now. In grocery store, bus drivers, subway drivers, sex workers, cleaning workers. And I've said, of course, and I do keep on saying it, are the farmers, truckers, need love and respect, and love is action. Because we can't eat. I cannot eat with smartphone. Cannot eat money. Oh yeah. cannot eat this laptop. And even those multi-millionaires gotta eat. Those playing now in the NHL, National Hockey League, multi-millionaires to make, entertain us, to make millions of dollars a year. They also gotta eat. They also gotta eat. A multi-millionaire actors and CEOs. They also gotta eat. Many jobs across Canada, United States, North America. And employments, a majority retail, trucking, farming have stagnated in terms of wages and benefits. Imagine the truckers, man, they're farmers, they don't even get a massage therapist. Putting so much work. The multi-millionaire athletes. Since 1984, the wages have been skyrocketing. They're making millions a year. No hate. I'm just asking them to show that they're not totally disconnected. Look at this trucker. Who knows how many years he worked. Thank you, love you. How much food he's transporting. Or he transported in the past days to feed all the fucking NHL, bro. All the fucking NBA, man. All the fucking NFL. Y'all gotta eat too. Play an hour, get some millions. Welcome to democracy. In my own neighborhood, passing by, passing through. There's nothing that I want to go back to, only forward. I was disappointed, upset, even angry, but not necessarily overly surprised that the economic, financial, commercial elites, including the CEOs and the players and multi-millionaire artists, rappers, yeah, I gotta eat too before a concert. And after. It's not about the money, honey. It's not about the money, honey. It's not about the money, honey. Not this time. Sure, more prosperity, economic, financial, commercial imbalances redressed, addressed. In some situations, in some areas, I am mediocre, I admit it. At basketball, I fucking suck. Below mediocre. In some areas, certain circumstances, I am fucking useless, I admit it. I'm great at philosophy, dancing, poetry, working out, training, exercising. But in some, I'm mediocre in some areas or activities. I suck, I admit it. I'm mediocre, I admit it. In some, I excel. I'm the world's greatest living millennial dancing rainbow poet. The best living millennial dancing LGBTQ poet. That I am. My greatest dancers. I bust a dance move when I hear music, whatever genre of music. Pop, rock, rap. Techno, trance, rap, rock, classic. You put music, more than likely I'm gonna start dancing. More than likely. I'm not far right, not far left. I'm a universal revolutionary centrist. The androgynous pansexual founder. Of the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. I'm not perfect, far from it. Got vices, got lusts, crave, get moody. I watched a little porn this weekend. Maybe more than a little. Fantasized. Self-pleasured. Maybe a weird fantasy. I'm androgynous pansexual, so. But I've been able to say I put a discipline. I've said I'm only gonna watch pornography during the weekend. The Sabbath of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, which begins Friday at midnight and lasts until Sunday about 37 hours, 49 minutes and 42 seconds officially. Almost 38. Look at this big old residential building in my neighborhood. Old neighborhood. I don't want to go back to nothing. Died during COVID. But imagine how many people would make a use of the service of the Dragon Army on the ground. Of the Dragon Army on the ground. Security and service. Give a call. Help with the cooking, cleaning, for a massage, or with the children. With the children. With the children. To give them a Give them a take them out, go exercise, run a little bit, dance, play a sport. Let's say a scenario, the children are driving the parents crazy. 2, 3 children, too hyperactive. The Dragan security and service. Security and service force on the ground. Security and service force. Could assist with services after we secure food, housing, and transport at all levels. How many truckers now and farmers on the road says I'm marching south, marching back to headquarters south, 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 passing through my old neighborhood. Look at the gas price, 164. Marching south. Saw already a few trucks, see another trucks there going on the highway. I'm marching south. If I would march a few miles, I'll get close to the border. I'll be a good miles, but now the camera is facing towards the border south. Trucks are coming in, trucks are going out. The longest undefended border. And this Canadian was an American twice in past lives. Yes, this Canadian, a world LGBTQ citizen, global rainbow citizen, rainbow dragon. Think global, act local. Act local, think global. Think global, act local. Yes, I am conscious, eco, fair trade. Look for the symbols, try to be conscious ecologically and support, support, support. I got disillusioned. Upset organizations, proposals to do action, proposals to do action, proposals to do action. Weak responses, bureaucratic jargon that confuses, muddles, muddles, muddles. No economic, financial, commercial, financial transparency. Corruption. And I'm not perfect, but one thing I do know, and I will tell this straight. As much as a philosophical, cosmopolitan, sophisticated language, verbose, polyos that can throw around who's a yos. I am for the greater good, and there's no way, there ain't no way, brother or sister. And I got aggression in me. I channel it, channel it, channel it. I got anger. I am calling for the mass financing for the youth, especially to channel their aggressions and to work into constructive activities via love and understanding and not repressing parts of our natures, whether sexuality or XYZ. Understanding and taking action, doing activities necessary. XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. Because right now I could use a hug, a good hug, a 5-minute hug, 10-minute neck rub, and I'm willing to give to this march, few hours marching, February 8th, feeling sore a bit, Gonna be even sore later. But those loading trucks now, or driving trucks and driven for 6 hours, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours now. More than me, he would need a massage. The Dragan Army 1-800 number. Stop on the corner. Dragan of Security and Service. Man, can a Dragan give a fellow here a half an hour massage? 15-minute neck rub. Let's rock and roll, baby. Body's a temple for pleasure and purpose. The body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. The body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. On demand, on demand, on demand. Dragan Security and Service Arm, East, West, North, South. Dragan Security and Service Arm, East, West, North, South. Dragan Security Army, East, West, North, South. For the people, from the people. From the people, for the people. From the people, for the people. Universal revolutionary centrism in this late hour. It is with solutions that we gotta focus. Not bureaucratic red tape and stagnated democracy of the lobby groups. And as much as I encourage everybody to get vaccinated, get tested, since I've had COVID, the truckers, if I would have been Prime Minister of Canada, I would have at least met with the truckers that are protesting now. Whatever we say and we disagree, and however much we disagree, my XYZ tactics, or that they're too right-wing, and I'm gonna have to say before I continue making a comment that I'm upset, disappointed, and a bit angry, but not totally surprised. I haven't seen one LGBTQ community flag. I haven't seen one LGBTQ community flag. I haven't seen one LGBTQ community flag. Not one. Not one. But my disappointment aside, whatever we say and we disagree, they have gathered support. And as a Prime Minister, I would have felt a moral, democratic, kind of ethical dilemma. And I would have had to go meet with them. Go meet with them straight there. Because on the question of the mandates, there's a moral, democratic, and ethical question. I have to run a bit. My own neighborhood. 4 seconds. Corner of the carry end. Corner of the carry, Queen Mary. Corner of Queen Mary and the carry. My whole neighborhood. Corner of Queen Mary and the carry. Marching south now. Marching south, passing through, not stopping, just keep on marching. Passing through. Passing through my old neighborhood. Marching south. So as the Prime Minister I would have had to meet with them. I said I'm gonna meet. I'm gonna have to meet with them. Because the question of the mandates is a moral, democratic, ethical dilemma and paradox. And it's a paradox that we have with COVID, a public health emergency requiring such restrictions. My question is, what are the alternatives? What are the alternatives? For them to get tested, quarantine when you work a job as a trucker. How feasible is that? How feasible is that? Right? Have to quarantine when you cross the border. Alternative solutions. And a lot of the truckers there are not necessarily against the vaccines. There's a mixed group with a lot of different ideas convergent. However, a mixed group forget about the group of conspiracy theorists and whatever. I believe that Trudeau's response triggered a big backlash and managed to get more supporters than initially his advisors or himself expected, analyzed, or believed possible. And it seems that they have spread not just in Canada but in the US, but are spreading even more across Canada. So some are far right indeed. Some groups are, of course. That doesn't mean they're all fascists or ultra nationalists, although as a universal revolutionary centrist and as a global LGBTQ citizen, as a rainbow dragon, I'm disappointed but not surprised that there wasn't even one. So just for PR sakes, for fuck's sakes, for fuck's sakes, for fuck's sakes, one LGBTQ flag, you know, the rainbow flag, that represents this rainbow dragon and other fellow LGBTQ community members across the world. It's a universal LGBTQ flag, the rainbow flag, which I do have, and I do. And I'm been open LGBTQ for many, many years. Not even one. So I'm a bit disappointed with that. Now, can we reach a compromise? What is the solution? Due to COVID, by being an unprecedented public health emergency, right? Being so unprecedented, restrictions, mandates, and lockdowns. Here at the corner of DeCarry and Côte Saint Luc, CSL and DeCarry, Côte Saint Luc and DeCarry. Exiting my old neighborhood, still gonna go south. I'm getting hungry, watch a movie. Gonna watch an old movie actually. I think in the 80s movie, not sure when it was released, but I believe it was in the 80s, 1984. It's called War Games. It's a movie about computer genius, which I am in a parallel life. In this one, I'm just the ranting philosopher and poet. But in that parallel life, supercomputers, satellites, ICBM rockets, is my chosen path. Okay, man. Is my parallel path. So anyways, my belief is that Justin Trudeau should have met the Freedom Convoy. And I got a big mouth. I got a tiny trinity. Got small feet. Tiny little androgynous little scar-clit dick. Tiny hands. Just found a card. I'm gonna give it to a bus driver. Found a card here. Wait a second. Excuse-moi. Oui. J'ai trouvé une carte. Je sais pas si tu vas pouvoir la mettre à être centre-ville, genre, qui amène.
C'est où vous l'avez trouvé ça?
Juste au coin là-bas.
Parfait.
Je pense qu'en sortant, genre.
Ils vont la mettre dans l'objet.
Cool, ok. Ouais, c'est ça, dans l'objet perdu, ouais.
Oui.
Ciao. Yeah. I gave it to the driver. It was a bus card. Right at the exit there of the... So what they do is they put it at the lost objects. So I figured they go there with the bus. The person is gonna be able to retrieve it. They usually keep it for about a few weeks. And I just gave it to the driver because that's the best thing, since it was close to the vicinity. Look at the highway. It goes east, west, north, south. What time is it now? Let me check. 9:47. It's gonna be a late movie night for yours too, yeah. And we're gonna rock and roll. Oh, we're gonna go this way. Gonna be a late movie night. Gonna be watching one, two, or possibly maximum 3 movies. More likely just 1.5 to do fall asleep. War games, war games, war games. Speaking of war games, see now. Speaking of war games, of course, my citizen integration theory comes from my general war integrated total body training system, aka the Dragan Army. My theories, which I'm calling the implementation thereof, come from me creating, developing, and making the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army workout, aka the 300, which of course I have made, created, and designed back in 2019 in October. Back in 2019 in October, as I have analyzed the situation, geopolitical situation, and after my analysis I had come to the conclusion interesting. It says, here is where you feel no fear. And of course, he was back in (2019) when yours truly created, made, and designed the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army workout, which is the standard examination for all willingly loving to be a member of the Dragan Security and Service Force. Dragan Security and Service Force, aka the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, which I'm calling the creation, just like in my scenario, which began in 2019, October 17th, was the first time that I performed the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army workout, the 300 workout, which I have designed, made, and created to both go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. Which in a parallel, providential, paradoxical manner resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. And since it resembles it, that's what I began advocating for. The creation of the two complementary institutions. The National Integrated Dance League, aka Dancing Goddess Army, and the International Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Army, to secure and ensure freedom. And freedom is a double-edged sword, brothers and sisters, which I do admit with my tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny little androgynous clit scar dick, little scar, androgynous little scar, little hands, tiny feet, tiny androgynous clit dick, androgynous clit dick, tiny androgynous clit dick, tiny hands, tiny feet, tiny androgynous scar, tiny trinity, got a fourth dimension, got a big mouth. And with all the flaws, the vices, the aggressions, my experiences, negative which I lived, I am for the greater good. And I do want to love. And I do want to be loved. Because my rent's paid for this February. Unlust, L-U-S-T. Lick my lips a little bit. Get some hips, get some massage, get some pleasure. What the fuck are we... What are we fighting for to save civilization otherwise, society? For the rich elites. And look what they do during COVID, man. These people are disconnected. You don't understand. They're out of their minds. They rush back to go back in business. Pre-COVID. NBA. Multi-millionaire CEOs of the NBA and players. NHL, multi-millionaires, owners, and players. NFL, multi-millionaires, owners, and players. NFL. They also gotta eat. Who they gonna play that Super Bowl if they don't got food? The truckers. The farmers don't get no food, no nothing, man. Y'all gotta eat your jewels. Rob hanging out $1 million jewels, man. You can't eat that. So now we done fucked up now. Now you know we done fucked up, right? Now you know we done fucked up because it's not about the money now. And you know we done fucked up now. And you know you done fucked up. And you know that I did done fucked up a lot of fucking things in my fucking life. Shit. Back to my scenario. Back in 2019. Back in time, October 2019, I was saying as an analysis, say what's going on, humanity? We are on a path to World War III, said the United States, and nothing personal against Donald Trump. I do say this, I grew up alone, solo, and I admit I cannot lift the sword of freedom by myself, by my solo. I do need help, support. Love to lift it. It's heavy, double-edged. Yeah, I admit a lot of things people don't admit. You know? I got weird sexuality. Androgynous pansexuality. I'm a bit of a weirdo, eccentric sometimes. You know? But if not for LOV, what the hell are we fighting for if making love, kissing, fucking, hugging right now. What the fuck are we fighting for, man? What the hell are we're fighting this civilization for? Western civilization. We got ICBM rockets, nuclear warheads, United States of America with Russia and China. You can launch them at the same time, morning or noon. That's a nice LGBTQ flag, thank you. Noon or at night, launch them toward the sun. It's gonna keep on rising and setting. You're gonna laugh. Ha ha. And I'm just flesh, I'm just dust in front of this Mother Nature civilization, the stars thereof. But this piece of dust, Adrian Hunter, Dragan, Stardust, whatever, I do want to love and be loved, because otherwise what the fuck am I saving for? Fuck are we continuing the civilization for? Right? Now, whatever we say, and as much as I encourage them to get tested, get vaccinated, I gotta say to those truckers there, man, they're some tough people. Tough cookies, brother. Those are tough cookies, man. I gotta give them that. There ain't no pots and pans over that motherfucker. And I'm a centrist, universal revolutionary centrist. I want to give the vaccinated want to give the vaccinated massages, washing of the feet to the farmers, give the farmers a massage, the truckers a massage, the Dragan Army, the truckers and the farmers and all citizens, public and private security forces to join the Dragan security and service armies. But those are tough people, man. They wear steel-toe boots. They work a decade, 2 decades, 30 years to go back and forth in Canada, United States, Mexico, man. Maybe that one trucker which I saw speaking maybe worked more in a month than Trudeau worked in a year, bro. Right? Look at the garbage collectors, man. They need a raise, bro. Maybe they need a hug, bro. Hey, they need a massage. Truckers, farmers, can't eat food, can't eat hockey, the pucks, the sticks, can't eat the jewels, can't eat these cars, this metal. To build, maintain, or upgrade civilization, hopefully upgrade and not going back, but a new world order of world peace, international justice, security, ensure global freedom. I need a food. F-O-O-D, food, brother. We need food. See, these are on a truck with a garbage. And a Dragan Army on the side, securing food, housing, and transport. And need a hug, a massage, some loving. Need a good washing afterwards. Merci les gars. Thanks, boys. Appreciate y'all. See, they work hard. In cold, it's fucking cold. I hope they get a raise, man. NHL multi-millionaire players, man. Give them some hockey sticks. Give them some skates. Put a package for the garbage collectors. Give them a check. Even 10,000, man. Put $1 million. Why they got $1 million AHL? Carey Price. What you made last year? You made 10 million. Tell me, Mo. You made 10 million now, didn't you? Now I got love for you. Give them $1 million. Select a few garbage truckers, and maybe we'll break the Habs curse. Break the Habs curse. Break the Habs curse. Hey, they need some love, man. I hope they got somebody who gonna give them a good wash, a good massage after this work. These farmers, truckers. And whatever I say, and I disagree with the ultra-nationalism, I'm a global citizen, universal revolutionary centrist. But those are some tough cookies, man. Ain't your pots and pans. They're not pots and pans, They're a hard, tough, working class, man. Whatever. They're not, it's a small minority group, but what do we do with them? As I listen to the left, to the right, to the center, to the up and to the down, right? So what are we gonna save civilization if not for LOV, right? Because if somebody's not making love now somewhere, what the fuck are we fighting for? To save civilization, right? If somebody's not making love now, kissing, fucking, hugging, what the fuck are we fighting for? Huh? I can't eat paper. PhDs go out the window, don't they? They got bread and butter. And I'm not perfect. Man, I got vices, got issues, but I am for the greater good. If somebody's not making love now, kissing, might as well just launch the nukes, start World War III, get it over with. Make love tonight. Freedom ain't easy. Freedom ain't easy. Give them a massage. Give them a good wash. They need to be loved. That's what's gonna say COVID. Get 3 times vaccinated, the 4th dimension love. Right? They don't like me. The left don't like me. The right in the center. Right? You see how in certain situations we are fucking useless, aren't we? Aren't we? It's hard to admit, isn't it? Hard to admit. Right? What are you gonna do without food? Can't eat the smartphones. Right? Things we appreciate. As Mother Nature. Sun rises, sun sets. I sing a song. Freedom is a double-edged sword. Freedom's got to be secured and insured, and freedom is a dangerous thing. Right? And be offensive. They get offended. Well, ain't heard my rap. They get offended a little more about how I rap and rock. Right? Maybe you're gonna get offended more if I start rapping. Eat the rich. Eat the rich rap. I don't want to be going no cannibal. Freedom is a dangerous thing. Freedom is hard. Freedom is a double-edged sword. in certain situations. See how interconnected we are. Hope somebody's making love now. If you listen to me speech, got a best hug and kiss it, dance it. Or listen to the sound of my voice at the same time. And when I'm gone, Hidden Hana Dragan. My name. Dance, kiss, hug, look to the stars, and imagine me looking down saying kiss, hug, wash, get dirty but get back clean. Push-ups, squats, hawks. Push-ups, hawk squats. Push-ups, hawk squats. Push-ups, hawk squats. Push-ups, hawk squats. Freedom is dangerous. Freedom is a double-edged sword. Freedom is not easy. Freedom is not easy. Got it tattooed. 7-letter words tattooed FREEDOM. Freedom. A freedom convoy. Whatever we say, and a bit too much. Too many Canadian flags. Too many United States flags. I'm not a nationalist, ultra-nationalist. I am Canadian. I love Canada. I was an American born twice in past lives. But I am, of course, I got a universal heart. Or try be. Because we don't want to go back. We do got to make big changes. Economic, financial, commercial changes. And as imperfect as them, ain't no way. Now during COVID, brothers and sisters listening, make it this far. That it would have been so selfish. So selfish if I would have had millions from my art. Say my rap album made 5 million, let's say, whatever, dancing, XYZ, entrepreneurship, winning the lotto, whatever. Ain't no way. With all the flaws that I got, the vices and the lusts. And I would have went to the strip club more often, I admit it. If I would have had more money. More often, but not to overspend. So, but ain't no way that during COVID to see people losing jobs and this and that I would have been that selfish to not give at least 10%. Let's say if I would have got 1 million, 2 million, 10 million to give, if I would have had 1 million in the bank, to not give 100,000, which is 10%. Which is 10%. Of 1 million. Wow. Just 10%. Just 10%. 100,000 of 1 million. Ain't no way. Ain't no way that I would have been that selfish. I would have given to food security. Precarious families, food securities for the holidays. Ain't no way that I would have been that selfish to not give. To not give. %. No way that I would have been that selfish. To not give 10% of 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. Do you know of any who did? A few here and there, yeah. They rush back to go back to business as usual. Back to pre-COVID. XYZ. Essentials. NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. They reduced the games, they did XYZ, and they went back to business. I don't know if they said, hey, listen, tough times, economic, financial, commercial times for many. Our, civilization, us, enabled it for them to live large and large. They did, and they are living large. No hate. Some people just have more talent in XYZ. I suck at basketball. I'm okay at football. Greatest at dancing. Dance better than any of those players in the NHL, NFL, NBA, MLB. That's guaranteed. The National Integrated Dance League to balance the patriarchal sports leagues. Sure, government intervention, economic, financial, commercial packages during COVID, Serb in Canada, XYZ, other situations, XYZ. Other situations. What? Disappointed, upset, angry, but not necessarily surprised, because when you got, and it's harder, right, when you are economically, financially, commercially well off, it's much harder to go down than to go up, right? I think that's a universal truth, and not necessarily, but in the majority of cases, right? When you're born with the silver spoon, hey, Donald Trump, nothing against Donald Trump personally, still challenging him to a boxing match on the Canadian-US border. On the Canadian-US border for world peace. After I knock him out, I'll maybe give him a kiss and say, hey, give 90% to XYZ causes. Because Donald Trump, whatever we say personally, I was upset that Donald Trump didn't admit that he got an inheritance from his father, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's a question of democracy. When somebody inherits 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, a few hundred million, as in the case of Donald Trump, from his family, father, is that democratic inheritance? I would say, well, not really, because that automatically puts somebody way ahead in the economic, financial, commercial status, right? While yours truly, surnamed Dragan, barely remember my youth. I remember mostly the past years. I've lost memory, paradoxically. Do remember lots of my past lives as an American, born in the USA twice. That way, 156 years ago, 718 miles where the camera is facing, served in the US Army. Yes, sir, Dragan, drop down, give me some push-ups. And I'm not perfect. Got a high school diploma. I know I graduated high school. Wanted to go to military college because I got some good references. Got XYZ. Let's be reborn now. Who wants to be reborn with me? As I died during COVID. Oh, Adrian H. Dragan. Being reborn Adrian Hanna Dragan. I am grateful. Rent is paid, got food, now I'm gonna watch movies. Half of my phone bill is paid, my electricity bill is paid in full. Tomorrow I'm just gonna clean my room off some temple, meditate all day. Cleaning. Do a workout. Today I went on a march. World peace, and thanking the farmers, the truckers now delivering food, those with Uber or other apps, or delivering pizzas, fries, so that my fellow citizens can watch the news, watch a football game, well, not football, but basketball, watch their show, get entertained, watch a movie, XYZ, whatever activity, hopefully some love with that, or lust. Get triple vaccinated. Truckers, farmers, grocery store clerks, nurses, those working in fast food, Mount Royal, gonna give you hugs, kisses, massages, establish the Dragan Army for a new world order of world peace, international justice, and securing and ensuring global freedom, and to put my integration theories into practice, which will of course provide some solutions in this late hour. Hopefully somebody's making love right now, and I'm sure somebody is fresh love. First time I'm gonna experience their first Valentine's Day. 13-year-olds, 14, 15, 16. First kiss. First love. First lust. Thank God is or people making love after a fight and kissing passionately, or sucking, licking, sucking, licking. whatever it is, or just a massage. Here is buildings, mega buildings, big residential, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think, story high. A Dragan security and service patrolling east, west, north, south. The security and of service. East, west, north, south. I cry sometimes. This Dragan cries sometimes. Now I'm out of my lair. I'm also public, no longer private. Could have stayed home, but I said, I need to exercise a bit. Go for a march. Marching, walking, training, exercising, working out. Physical activity has been, is, and will be medicine and therapy for yours truly. Push-ups, hawk squats are medicine and therapy. I've been calling since I've started my fitness journey for the mass financing thereof, mass financing of working out, training, and exercising. Little push-ups, squats, and hawks. Created my own general war integrated body training system, which is my workout training system, and the de facto examination for all that want to join the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan. Security and Service Force. The General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the Dragan Army Workout, was created and made to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario. Back in October 2019, after I had come to the conclusion that we are on a path to World War III, now even closer with Russia, Ukraine. But back then, after I've taken into consideration the major event which I've taken into consideration was the US-China trade war, which was began by the Trump administration back in 2018. That was the major event which yours truly took into consideration for the making of the World War III scenario and the General War Integrated Body Training System, of which I've performed more than 225 sessions. It was made to go hand in hand with the scenario thereof. My scenario, World War III scenario, what causes World War III in my scenario is a global stock market crash, which triggers a global financial collapse. And since in my scenario had the solution in it, that's what I began advocating for. The application and the solutions, just like in my scenario. Now, my trinity on COVID has been, is, and will be this. First and foremost, do not know what caused COVID. Second, believe it was transmitted from snakes to human beings, or what's called zoonotic transmission. But do not know for sure. That's my trinity on COVID. First, don't know for sure. Second, believe it was snakes to human beings, or what's called zoonotic transmission, basically from an animal creature such as a bat. Bat is a popular one, the bats. Snakes is among the top 5, but there's no conclusion There's no official 100% proof. So that's my trinity on COVID. First, believe he was transmitted from snakes, human beings. Second, do not know for sure. And third, since do not know for sure, my belief as snakes transmitted to human beings is not 100% confirmed, I cannot rule out XYZ possibilities. Fourth dimension to that trinity is what do know 100% without a doubt that before COVID, before COVID, 93 days before COVID, yours truly created, made, and designed the General War Integrated Total Body Training System, aka the 300 workout. Made, designed, and created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, which in an eerie, paradoxical, providential way resembles the COVID-19 health and financial crises. And since it resembles it, that's what I began advocating for. The creation, just like in my scenario, of the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Security and Service Force. That I do know. What causes World War III in my scenario is a global stock market crash, which triggers a global financial collapse, which triggers World War III in my fictitious scenario now due to COVID-19, the coronavirus, which I had at the beginning before mass testing was available. What triggered it? It was due to COVID, a stock market crash, which began February 20th, 2020, and ended about April 7th, 2020. And this stock market crash that began February 20th and ended about April 7th triggered recessions, depressions, worst economic, financial, commercial crises in 77 years since the Second World War. The worst commercial, financial, economic crises in the world, globally, internationally, since World War II, the Second World War. And my scenario was World War III scenario, based on real life events, geopolitical events such as the US China trade war, which Trump administration began in March 2018, and it's ongoing without a resolution, and which I've said I believe to be there could have been alternatives to that, because let's face it, China warned us back in the late 1984, and since they started opening to the North America, Canada, US, and Western countries, they have stated direct, without reservations. They were straightforward and direct. The would not me, because I don't have any investments. I invested in China, traveled in China in a past lives many times, in this life. But they were always direct and straightforward, and they always said, we will do business, establish financial relations, and engage in commerce. But you, meaning you, those who will engage in business, finance, and commerce from Canada, United States of America, and free world, Europe. But you were always straightforward and direct and said, but you stay out of the internal domestic affairs of China. Now I'm not gonna go into it. This is gonna take another march with discernment and balance and weighing the pros and the cons and the possibilities in XYZ of a multiplicity of factors surrounding the China, the US, the Sino-Canadian, Sino-North American, Sino-Western relations, and the crises thereof, which began early 2018, will require a march dedicated just to that, and the correlation, of course, with my workout, which was created to go hand in hand with the World War III scenario, and which was inspired mainly, but not only, but the major geopolitical event that made me back in 2019 October say, hey Canadians, Americans, North Americans, Western civilization here, humanity, we are on a path towards World War III. Was the US-China trade war, which the Trump administration began in 2018 March, in which was the de facto event, which of course inspired me creating the General War Integrated Body Training System, aka the 300 workout, Dragan Army workout. Since I was saying that and other geopolitical factors, since I was saying, of course, that we humanity are on a path towards World War III. So that was back in October 2019. And October 17, there's a community fridge. It's empty. You see people are using it, so we'd love to have fridges like this all around the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. I wish I could put something in it. I was curious if there was something in it. Seems like it needs some replenishment. Food security, super important. Thank you, farmers. Wish I could, with the Dragon Army, come give you all a massage, wash your feet a little bit, kiss your hands. Truckers as well. truckers as well. Yours truly, 800 Dragan, calling all willingly loving to join, support, love. Make February red. World peace. Economic, financial, commercial elites, CEOs, those have the multi-millionaires, finance, food security, housing, the youth to work out, train, exercise, to channel their aggressions, the violence, providing outlets for these forces, the aggression, force and strength, brain and muscle, together with understanding and love, and Dionysian freedom, of course. And I'm gonna say good night, good evening. It's already late. Hungry. It's World Peace March for more than 2.5 hours. Well, total more than 3 hours, since I've only started filming after me going buying the chips, breaded chicken, and the chocolate, which was all reduced, half price. So more than 3 hours marching from my headquarters, my room, underground room, office and temple underground in Hakka, Montreal, literally underground. Took me about 37 minutes to get there. Plus this 2 hours and 34 minutes. I'm still about a few minutes away from my underground room, office and temple. A little bit of more than 3 hours march. And it's unusually warm for a February 8th in Hakka, Montreal. Yours truly, world's greatest living, dancing, millennial rainbow poet. Raw, real, revolutionary, passionate rant. Uploaded for tomorrow. See it. Get a view. Just recently I got a video, got 7 views. Progress, I guess. Snail paced sometimes. Sometimes snail paced. sometimes running, sometimes jogging. Ranting, loving. Ah, smells good. Somebody smoking some good Mary Jane, good weed, good cannabis. I still have some. I'm a recreational cannabis user myself. I'm calling for legalizing most drugs, of course, because it's beautiful, evergreen, stays green. 7 times my size. Again, on the Freedom Convoy thing, Justin should have met with them. These with solutions which we gotta focus. I am triple vaccinated, open for business. To that triple vaccination, the 4th dimension, to that Trinity's LOVE. LOV, love is action, which are different natures, characters, different natures, characters. Our natures, some of the hidden fears, hidden lusts are driving us towards the homicidal and suicidal rages, and have been. And First World War, Second World War, knocking on the door towards World War III. We're embarrassed, ashamed, right? And Rainbow Dragon, androgynous pansexual Adriana Dragon, it does have dark, twisted fantasies. I do have dark, twisted sexual fantasies. I do have dark, twisted sexual fantasies. Commission a video if you're willing to find out more. Say confessions, Rainbow Dragon, rap, poetic like. I'm gonna give a 3-hour march of sublimating sexual, not repressing, because repressing will make us ill, sick and disease, right? Make us sick, ill and disease, go crooked in the dark. Go crooked in the dark, go crooked in the dark. Shh.